subsidized food markets across 5 divisions. Stakeholders raised concern over federal government's demand for grazing lands. On the foreign scene, Iceland declares state of emergency as volcano erupts in Reykjanes Peninsula. And in sport, tennis star Novak Djokovic withdraws from Miami Open. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has directed that Ounje-Eko food markets should commence discounted sale of food items across the 5 divisions of Lagos effective from Sunday, March 17. The food items, rice, beans, gari, bread, eggs, tomatoes, pepper, among others, will be sold at a 25% discount to residents. In a statement, the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga Motosho, said in order to prevent sharp practices and ensure the foodstuffs reach a large number of Lagosians, a voucher system will be introduced as the pilot scheme kicks off. Motosho explained that independent payment solution providers and food vendors have been identified and carefully selected to operate the process, while also providing real-time data on the exercise for monitoring. According to him, for the purpose of transparency, prices of the items have also been listed as a 5-kilogram bag of rice would sell for 5,325 naira, while 1 kilogram for 1,065 naira. Also, 5 kilogram of beans would be sold for 6,225 naira, while 1 kilogram would sell for 1,245 naira. The Commissioner noted that the prices of other staple food items will also be made available through various media outlets, adding that the markets will be open at 27 locations in Ikeja, 6 in Lagos Island, 9 in Ikorodu, 5 in Ekwe, and 10 in Badagry divisions. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has charged women judges to identify obstacles that hinder women's advancement and strategies and collaborate on how to overcome them. Governor Sanwo-Olu urged them to carve out a future where women in the legal profession would stand on equal footing with their male counterparts. Sanwo-Olu gave the charge while addressing the first Southwest Zonal Workshop of the National Association of Women Judges of Nigeria with the theme Breaking Leadership Barriers for Women in Legal Profession. The governor, who was represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Bimbola Salu-Hudein, expressed joy that Nigerian women judges compete favorably and effectively with their counterparts globally in the dispensation of their sacred duties as members of the hallowed inner chamber. He celebrated the women judges, particularly those in the southwest of Nigeria. The governor also commended the Justice of the Supreme Court, Kudirat Kekereekun, for sustaining the platform for women judges to confer and build a structure that would sustain the legal instrument of the state and the country. Muslims have been admonished to embrace more kind acts, charity giving, and extension of sympathy to the less privileged as a way of promoting some of the tenets of Ramadan. The guest lecturer and General Secretary, Nigeria Union of Teachers at Jeremy Ifelodun Branch, Olugbade Monsuru, gave the admonition at the 2024 annual Ramadan lecture organized by the Lagos State Education District 5 in Abuja. Olugbade, while speaking on the significance of Ramadan, said despite Ramadan being the 9th month of the lunar month, it is the most celebrated month due to its significance of fasting is made mandatory to promote the good health and fitness of mankind, as well as increasing consciousness of Allah. On her part, the Supervising Tutor General, Permanent Secretary, Education District 5, Anike Adekoye, said the need to reawaken the mindset of people towards showing love to one another will foster development and encourage peaceful coexistence among staff. Adekoye, who into the theme of the event, sustaining the gains of Ramadan. Thereafter, also commended Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and other relevant stakeholders for their efforts in ensuring education is made the core value of humane. In the highlight of the event, Awori Ajero Messina Grammar School came first. Bolaige High School came second, while Kadoso Senior High School took third place in the Quran quiz and recitation competition. The special advisor to Governor Sanwo-Olu on housing, Barakat Odunuga Bakari, has urged relevant stakeholders in the built sector to comply with the state's real estate laws and housing regulations to maintain a balanced and sustainable growth. Delivering the keynote address at the Property Investment Conference, Pre-Invest 2024, with the theme Navigating Real Estate Dynamics, Balancing Rural to Urban Population Growth and Economic Impact, held recently in Lagos, Otunga Bakari underscored the challenges posed by rural-urban migration and its impact on Lagos State. The special advisor, who stressed the importance of managing migration effectively, citing its potential for socio-economic development when properly handled, also cautioned against the negative consequences of unmanaged migration, particularly in exacerbating the already significant housing deficit in Lagos State. Odunuga Bakari reiterated the commitment of the Lagos State government to address the housing deficit and curb fraudulent activities within the real estate sector, saying that the establishment of the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority, LASRERA, is one of the proactive measures put in place to regulate the sector effectively. Now to the rest of the stories. A group, Middle Belt Patriots, has warned the state governors not to succumb to pressure from the federal government to cede lands to herders for grazing. The group said yielding to such demands would worsen the security situation in the Middle Belt region and other parts of the country. It said in a statement issued by its Director of Media and Strategic Communications, Stephen Kefas, that capitulating to these demands and ceding more land for grazers will only fan the flames of the ethnic clashes, further genocidal massacres, escalate the violent displacement of indigents from their ancestral lands, and jeopardize the fragile peace in a region that has already suffered immensely. It's a recall that President Bola Tinubu, while speaking at the flag-off of the agricultural mechanization revolution for food in Minna, Niger State, called on governors to give parts of the land in their states to Fulani herders for ruga or ranching purposes. Chief of Defense Staff Christopher Musa has ordered a probe into the tragic killing of 4 senior officers and 2 soldiers in Delta State. The Defense Headquarters says 15 military personnel, consisting of 2 majors, 1 captain, and 12 soldiers, were killed during a communal clash in Delta State. They were said to have met their deaths while responding to a distress call during a clash between Okwama and Okoloba communities in Delta State on Thursday. According to a statement by the Director, Defense Information, Tukur Gusau, the troops were on a peace mission to Okwama community in Bumadi local government area, were attacked and killed by some community youths. He noted that the commanding officer who led the reinforcement team was among those killed in the clash. Now to foreign news. A state of emergency has been declared in southern Iceland as a result of another volcanic eruption on the Reykjanes Peninsula. The lava has reached the eastern defenses around the evacuated town of Grindavik. It is thought to be the most powerful flare-up so far, according to the local media. According to geophysicists Magnus Gudmundsson, who was among those to fly over the affected areas in a helicopter, the eruption was the most powerful so far, saying it was possible that lava could flow into the sea. The last time the Reykjanes Peninsula had a period of volcanic activity was 800 years ago, and the eruptions were on for decades. The This is the seventh eruption since 2021, and scientists believe the area is entering a new volcanic era that could last for decades or even centuries. Now, sport world number one Novak Djokovic has withdrawn from next week's ATP WTA Miami Open in the wake of a shock exit at Indian Wells. The 36-year-old Serbian star said this in a statement on social media, saying he would skip Miami for scheduling reasons. The 24-time Grand Slam champion returned to play the early season U.S. hard-court swing at Indian Wells in California, only to suffer a shock third-round exit on Monday to lowly ranked Italian Luca Nardi. Djokovic said after that defeat, he still planned to play in Miami despite the loss, but the statement gave no indication of where he would play next. That ends our news at 10. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms, X formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know the Sanwo-Olu administration introduced the Lagos Economic Acceleration Program, LEAP, to reduce the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on small businesses? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, share the highlights of major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has directed that Onje-Eko food markets should commence discounted sale of food items across the 5 divisions of Lagos effective from Sunday, March 17. President Bola Tinubu, while speaking at the flag-off of the Agricultural Mechanization Revolution for Food Security in Minna, Niger State, has called on governors to give parts of the land in their state to Fulani herders for ruga or ranching purposes. We also told you that a state of emergency has been declared in southern Iceland as a result of another volcanic eruption on the Reykjanes Peninsula. And in sport, world number one Novak Djokovic has withdrawn from next week's ATP WTA Miami Open in the wake of a shock exit at Indian Wells. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adesua Ejoyoka. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.